Hey guys, welcome back to Nursing with Jacques. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you guys about how I passed first semester. And during first semester, the beginning part, I didn't do so well. I didn't start off as good as I wish I did. The biggest problem I was having was how to study. And to me, the reason why that was a huge problem for me is because I had to change a little bit the way I studied for nursing school versus the way I studied doing A&P and micro and chemistry. And what changed was the way I guess was prioritizing my time, because there's so many chapters, so many pages we got to read, and you can't get it all done before the exam. I mean, if you can, you can. That's good, but for me, people like me, is pretty hard to do. So there was like two resources that our school gave us to use, and one of them was the Point. And on the Point is where we have our books. Now, most programs they have the physical books, but for our program we were recommended to get the ebooks. Now, reason why, because we had to get the ebooks, is because when you get the program, you also could. That's where our homeworks will be done, as well as some practice questions we could do. And in the ebook, what helped most about it was it was easy to get through it, as well as mostly the practice questions. Now, for each exam that we had, for every you could find which chapters of the exam is going to be in the book, and at the end of the book, in sorry. So for each exam that we have, you can find the chapters in whatever book is coming from, and at the end of those chapters will be questions. And most of our teachers, that we had two teachers, both of them used those questions on their exam. So out of 50 questions, you would probably find maybe 10 or 15 of them that came from the book. And outside of the book, there's like a practice question where you could do like quizzes, and up to from 5 questions up to 50 questions. So you could put multiple chapters from different books, I think, as well. And then you can put all in one exam, and you can do it over and over and over, taking however many questions you can. And that helped a lot, because to me, and not only me, as well as my group members as well, because it got us somewhat exposed to what kind of questions we will see. And what was the difficult part about it was that both of our teachers, they test differently. One of them, that you had to read the boxes in the book, because she loves boxes. So whatever was in the box, it was going to be on the test, and most of the stuff that was from the PowerPoint, some of them was going to be on the test. And for her exams, she has study guides for us, so we'll use that study guide, and the study guide is probably like one page of telling us where to go to look at. But then once you finish making that study guide, it could be up to 20 to even 30 pages of stuff, trying just because you don't want to miss anything as well. And that's in the day before the exams, me and my group members, we would do a lot of these practice questions. So we'll start out with 20 questions each of us, because they the way the questions work, they're not the same. As if I'm doing 20 questions and you're doing 20 questions, you're gonna have a different set of 20 questions. And it basically, the way the questions are, it starts out easy, and then it'll get harder. And each one of you guys have different sets of 20 questions. So like, you do 20 questions, like you guys try to answer your 20 questions, see how much you get right out of 20. Then you do his or hers, and you do the other person. And that helped us a lot, to prepare us for the exams, as well for the checkoffs, which is, if you guys don't know what checkoff is, where you test for your skills, like your head to toe, your doing Foley catheters, your vital signs, and NG tubes, as well as what big one do we do? Trach care. That was a really huge one for us. That was probably the hardest one to do. But where we went, there's another resource that they gave us, which is ATI. So for our program, we use ATI, and for ATI, the website we use, you can watch videos over the skills that you need to do for your checkoffs, which is very helpful, I think, because when it comes to our teachers that was grading us, they said follow what the ATI video says, because that's what they're grading on, and as well as practicing it with your friends, which made it very easy. And that, and also ATI helped a lot with our exams too. They also have practice questions that were very helpful as well. And going back to the books, how it's like there's so many pages to read that, for me, I knew I couldn't read all of it to make it in time for the exams. So our program, they got us like hard copies of ATI books. Or these books. This one is the fundamental book, and I have the Med-Surg book right here, adult Med-Surg book. And these books, if I don't have time to read like the whole chapter, these books here, they summarize what that chapter says. And there's also questions at the end of every chapter, which once again I found some of these on their exam. And I don't know if other programs are like that, but this is what our program offers us, which tell you the truth, I'm really grateful about it, because there's our third semester and fourth semester students. They told us when I was in first semester that they wish that they opened their ATI books early in the beginning, because it was very helpful to them. So during the semester, I was looking at this, and it did help me a lot to understand what the test was going to be over, to understand the chapters better, and to definitely understand the materials better as well. And about grades wise, our first exam we had was over communication and clinical judgment. I made an 80 on that, and I was very bummed out, because our failing grade is a 74. If you make a 74, you fail. So I was really bummed out, because I was like, crap, I was pretty close to failing. Well, to me, I thought like that. And but once again, I practiced a lot of the questions, a lot more. Basically, with my group as well, we were going off each other on questions, as well as asking teachers how could we study best for their exam, because both of them are different. Because the other teacher that we have, it's best to record her, because whatever comes out of her mouth is going to be on the test, exactly what she says. And that was somewhat helpful when we figured that out after the test. When third semester, the second semester student came and talked to us about her, because we didn't know how her exam was going to be, and not all of us did as well as we thought we could, because we didn't know that whatever comes out of her mouth is going to be on the exam. But overall, with the 80 I made on my first exam, I was kind of depressed about it, but I know that this is my first exam in nurse school. Now I know how they're going to ask me, how the questions are going to be asked. I know how to basically prepare myself much better. So with practice, I had with the practice questions and stuff that I did on the point. I ended up making a 90 in that class, which I throughout each class, my test grades got better throughout the semester, which to me I'm pretty happy about, because at the end of the semester I finished with I had 5 classes, 4 A's and 1 B, but yeah, I'm very happy with that. So hopefully this semester I can. I hear second semester is gonna be hard, so I'm just hoping to even get a B, but I'm shooting for that A as well. But yeah, that's how I passed first semester. I'll tell you the truth, I'm not very organized. I don't use a planner. This is basically my planner, so I know what to do, how to study. Once again, you just gotta pick your time, manage your time how you want to do it, and once you get it, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just once again, stay on top of things. Have a good conscience and go at it and stuff. Yeah, that's basically how I did it. I passed, and I know some of my friends, they had a different method, which hopefully when the semester starts, you can see from their perspective how they passed as well. And yeah, so again, thank you for watching my video. Hope you like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below, and I'll catch you later.